2 p.m. This meeting has been duly advertised in the city newspaper in conformance with the Open Public Meetings Act, otherwise known as the Sunshine Law. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Fablelaro.
Here.
Camona.
Present.
Barclay. Oglesby. Bettis. Swepson. Thomas.
Present.
5 in attendance.
For the record, Ms. Swepson and Councilman Bettis will not be here due to personal issues. All phones on mute. Madam Clerk, agenda review, please. May I have a motion to approve the minutes with necessary corrections?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Madam Clerk, now agenda review.
Ordinance number 13, first reading, authorizing amendment to chapter 17 of the city code entitled Central Business District Hours of Operations, Exceptions in the City.
Any questions, council? Seeing none?
Resolution 155, authorizing the execution of a contract renewing membership in the Atlantic County Municipal Joint Insurance Fund.
Any questions, council?
Move that.
I'm sorry, we're gonna ask this.
Move the motion to modify the agenda to move it until after executive session.
Should I make the motion?
No, you don't need to do that. Just going forward in the next,
Okay.
in the regular session.
Yes, council, resolution 155, we want to move this until, executive session.
And the second session will be after resolution 166. Is that what is in executive session?
Yes.
Okay. So noted.
And
Next is resolution 158, authorizing the shared services agreement between Atlantic County and the city for web design and hosting services.
any questions, council? Seeing none?
Resolution 159, authorizing an awarded contract to South State Incorporated for South Franklin and East Bayview improvements projects in the amount of $2,188,119.95, funded through the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank and New Jersey Department of Transportation, and ordinance numbers 4 and 5-2045.
Any questions, council?
I do have a question.
Go ahead, council.
It was on the paperwork that was associated with the bidding.
The backup?
Yeah, and we couldn't read it. It was like, I just want to make sure because if we run into any of those overruns and things like that, that this is not.
Yeah, I can send you a larger one, but that's the bid itself.
Okay.
Yeah. I could send you,
I want to say, is that in your email, you was able to blow it up, that's how.
yeah, it's in your email, but I could print out a bigger one for you.
Okay.
I did shrink the fit.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Let's see.
Resolution 160, awarding an emergency contract to Perna Finnegan for work performed at Lafayette and Harrison Avenue for collapsed stormwater line.
I have a question, Madam CFO.
Yes.
What's the price, for this emergency contract?
$14,898.75.
Thank you. Any other questions, council? Seeing none?
Resolution 161, awarding a contract with Bayview Avenue Waterfront Park, actually known as Lakes Bay Waterfront Park, to Panoni Associates Incorporated in the amount of $22,150 per the notice to proceed dated April 6, 2021.
Any questions, council? Seeing none?
Resolution 162, awarding the contract to Progressive Fence and Landscaping Innovations LLC for installation of fencing at the Lakes Bay Unity Waterfront Park in the amount of $44,475.
I just have a question. This is grant money, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Any other questions, council? Seeing none?
Resolution 163, supporting the amendment of a shared services agreement with Atlantic County Improvement Authority for architectural services at 121 West Park Avenue.
Any questions, council? Seeing none?
Resolution 164, providing for budget insertions into the 2025 budget.
Any questions, council? Seeing none?
Resolution 165, adopting and certifying the update and review of various sections of the Personnel Policies and Procedures Manual.
Any questions, council? Seeing none?
Resolution 166, authorizing personnel transactions in the city for September the 2025, which would be the separation for Gerald Sarate and the retirement payout for Police Sergeant Francisco Correa.
Any questions, council? Seeing none? No, go ahead, Councilman.
Committee meeting, there's a, well, maybe I can talk about that in executive session.
Well, wait a minute, what's your question generally?
In reference to the amount of the bill.
What's the question?
For the first officer, what was that amount?
Well,
No, the first officer is something different. The second officer is the only one there's a payout for, and that's
Oh, right.
right.
Any other questions, council? Seeing none?
Next is review of the bill list.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So you have,
Small or big package? Which one?
small, and we'll move fast. So the first, bill list, these are checks that are paid in 2 weeks. It's a 3-pager, and, the only thing there that's really outstanding, we had to pay our electric bills, and that was $64,000, for various, street lights. So that's, $64,871.66. And then on items to be paid upon your approval, if we look at the purchase order listing by vendor on page 1, towards the bottom, Atlantic County Treasurer, $10,377.10. That's for fuel in the month of July. Page 2, we have towards the middle of the page, payment to the City of Atlantic City, this is for the shared service court for $17,000. I'm sorry?
For the shared service we pay?
Yes. For page, on page 3, and this is, Lucky Dog Custom Apparel. These are the banner brackets kits that are put on poles, and that's actually out of MPP funds, which is a grant, and that's $5,274. We go on to page 5. Vehicle maintenance and parts to Napa Auto, $1,972.33. Page 6. In the middle, on page 6, we have Perna Finnegan. That was one of the items as an emergency, and that's a payment of $14,898.75. And that concludes pretty much the heavy ticket items on the bill list. Any questions?
Yes, can you go to page 7, the TRICARE for $10,000?
Oh, yes. Thank you, Madam President, for bringing that up. I did make an adjustment. I reduced it by $3,000, and it's, the payment will be $7,500, not $10,005. So the bill list amount that's on the final page will be reduced, by that 3,000.
10,500 to 7,500.
Yes, ma'am.
Any other questions in reference to the bill, Ms. Council? Thank you, Ms. Anderson.
Thank you.
Council? Anyone open discussion? Anyone have anything to add? May I have a motion to close the work session?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Good evening, everyone. This is the city council meeting. Today is September the 3rd, 2025, and the time is 6:43. This meeting has been duly advertised in the city newspapers in conformance with the Open Public Meetings Act, otherwise known as the Sunshine Law. Please stand for invocation and flag salute.
Our Father who is in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thou art the power, the kingdom, and the
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
roll call.
Fablelaro.
Here.
Camona.
Present.
Barclay.
Present.
Oglesby. Bettis. Swepson. Thomas.
Present. May I have a motion to dispense previous minutes?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Mayor, any proclamations? Okay, thank you. Next we have public portion. Thank you. You have a big O. Next we have Tim Jones.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
This evening, I had an issue that I wanted to bring to your attention that I had a concern about. As a community, we've been talking about it for ages. Everybody's complains about the cars zooming up and down the streets. And Renee and I were having a discussion, and it really occurred to us that a lot of the problem is the noise that these cars are making. You know, they're modifying the exhaust and everything. But there is a state reg, you know, like back in the days when I started driving, the muffler started making noise. You better get it fixed because you're going to get a ticket. Well, that's still on the books. And I did have a conversation with our chief, and she said they were going to step up enforcement on that. And it's been quieter in Pleasantville. And I just like to say, if that's the case and they've done something, thank you. And if not, please enforce that law. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Jones. Next we have R. Brown. Hello. Hello.
I have a few things, so I want to ask my question first so the time doesn't run out. I wanted to ask about the trash cans. Are we still trying to get the trash cans for the residents of Pleasantville from ACUA? I wanted to ask about the rent control, the ordinance that you guys said that y'all were making some changes to. And I want you, they charging board by sewage, and some of them don't have separate meters. Just had some questions there. The hedges on Adams and Route 9, you cannot see around the corner when you pull up there. I told Victor this like 3 times. And Linden and Adams Avenue as well, almost got hit coming over there. And I wanted to ask about the Main Street banners, I wanted to ask about that. Is it possible, I don't know who does it or if it costs money, I don't know nothing. But I was just wondering, I thought it would be nice if, when they're not using it for like the kids, they can put the council people's face up there and what ward they work in so people know who their council people are. So,
Still noted. The trash cans, Mr. BA, you looked into that, correct?
Yeah, in fact, I just spoke with them, again today, and, Ms. Brown and I had another conversation reference to, so thank you, but I did speak with them today. The grant program is exhausted at this point, however, they're working on making another way for us to be able to do it, but it would have to be, something like the city made mandatory for everyone to have those trash cans. He did say that it would be easier for them to use the arm than the trash cans, just something like that, so to your point, but that's the extent of the conversation today.
make it easier and more expedient, they would get finished a lot faster. Because you know, they're doing more than picking up trash. People are renovating these homes and they're taking away that trash because they said it on earth, which they're not supposed to, but it's out there. And moving a lot of furniture. You're supposed to be able to do 1 or 2 bulk items with your trash every week, but you get a whole line of furniture and stuff, just like this line right here, this gate in front of people's property.
Are you saying ACU is taking it or they leaving it?
They taking it.
Yeah, but because
But it's time consuming, and they have to go back and dump their truck because it fill up faster, and then they have to come back. Sometimes they only have one guy on the back of the truck working to actually pick up the trash and put it in the back. Sometimes they don't get it all, and especially I was thinking about them. I seen them out there on the 98-degree days and 114-degree days. I mean, I think it's unfair.
Okay. So noted. And then the other thing is rent control. What was the question about rent control?
Y'all was supposed to be modifying the ordinance or something?
It's going to be amended.
I mean,
Something is supposed to have been happening with that, and that's why we still don't know what, but and that was kind of holding up the committee for rent control.
I don't think it's holding it up, and I don't want to speak for council. I think that it's something that may be done simultaneously or one behind the other. And so there is the residents, the board that has to be compiled based on the demographic that they've selected for the rent control board, which may differ from the original ordinance, which is why we're doing an amendment in addition to several things. So as soon as whichever committee has been discussing it and I get the green light because we know what we want to do. It's just there's the other piece relative to who's going to be on it. Then it'll move before the body.
It'll be
And the public.
Public service.
oh, all right.
When will the public be notified about the changes that you're making?
It will be in public as soon as it hits the agenda.
Right.
It won't be before that because that's deliberative work product as long as it keeps changing. But once it hits for the first reading of the amendment, then that's when the public finds out.
All right, maybe you can look into that thing. I don't know how that works, but they're charging for water and sewage now, and they don't always have. It's like if I have a electric bill, I'm renting from you, and there's people upstairs that have electric, and another person. You know, you have a multiple dwelling, and you only have one meter. Like I wouldn't want to be paying for everybody's electric. And I certainly wouldn't want to be paying for any utilities that are not in my name. So water, sewage, and electric, I think some problem with that. That's what I've been hearing.
So, Ms. Brown, I don't think that has anything to do with the rent control. But that's something that, you know, we can look into if you have some scenarios of or
I
some
think it has
action.
something to do with the rent control because they're making that bill a part of a reason to
Let
go
me
up
just,
on the
let me,
rent.
let me just say, we're not gonna speculate because there are leases, right? So the first thing is you look at what the lease indicates and whether the lease comports with the law and the Anti-Eviction Act and all the rental laws that are available in New Jersey. New Jersey has one of the strongest anti-eviction and rental laws in the United States because at one point there was low housing options. So once we look at the lease, and that's the board, they determine does it belong in landlord-tenant court or does it belong in rent control? So it's the way in which it's tied in, whether the rent is excessive based on the lease itself, or some things belong in landlord-tenant. So I'm not gonna give advice right here on the record or to anyone because we're speculating, and I would ask counsel.
Okay, I'm not asking.
No, I
for
understand what
advice.
you gave
I'm
us,
just letting you know.
right,
I'm giving you a scenario.
exactly,
And no two leases are alike,
exactly.
so.
Exactly, which is why each individual lease has to be looked at, and the specifics that this person is complaining about has to be looked at individually to determine whether or not this is something for rent control, and rent control will have an attorney, or if it's something for landlord-tenant.
That's fine.
Thank you, Ms. Renee.
Okay, and I got a question to ask.
Your time's up.
Well, okay. I'll ask another one. In fact, I'll call you.
Okay, thank you. Next we have, Dave Calloway.
Good evening, everyone. I'm here, I don't know how many times I've come here to complain about the speeding vehicles in the city of Pleasantville. Not just me, there's been numerous residents complaining. I had an incident over the weekend where it was, people actually racing up and down the street, almost 80 miles an hour. Went by me so fast, shook my car. And I'm talking about racing, I mean back and forth, back and forth. Police was called, never showed up. Never showed up. I've been saying it. What are we waiting for? Someone to get killed?
Is there a particular street that this is happening?
Where that
The racing of the cars.
actually happened on Park Avenue.
Thank you.
Right where they repaved the street, it's smooth and they just, it's like Pleasantville Raceway.
Wow.
So this is going on all throughout Pleasantville. Now, residents have complained. I just wanted to know from the mayor or anyone on city council, if they sat down and spoken with the chief of police to find out if she has a plan to curb this speeding throughout Pleasantville. This isn't the first time that I've been here. It's been said, has anyone met with the chief, and does she have a plan to try to curb this stuff before someone gets killed?
But that will go through the public safety.
Well, who runs the police department day to day?
Day to day is, the chief.
So
And the mayor oversees, the police department.
the mayor oversees the police department. Well, Mayor, have you sat down with the chief and found out if she has a plan?
Throughout the city. As far as just any particular street,
I'm saying throughout the city.
yes, we have discussed it many times. And it's been,
Discussed it, but does she have a plan?
I don't know of any plan that we have other than writing tickets or someone calling when at the time of whatever it is they're seeing speeding, like you calling the day that you saw it. I would find it hard to believe that you called and no one came ever,
No
and
one
they were
came.
doing it all night.
No one came. No one. The plan is, you say you don't know just the writing tickets. I haven't seen the police out there with radar guns. I've been saying it the same. When are they going to enforce people flying up and down Pleasantville? We are here as the city strapped for money. Money's right there. give these people tickets, and that's money for Pleasanton. And it slow these people down.
I just want to speak to the question because this is something that we've heard a lot, right? Other people come up and said the same thing, and some people come to my office and make the same complaint. We are, however, working on some things. Kenya and myself are part of this consortium with the GPI, and that's the engineering firm that the state has designated for us to work with, and we are building a plan. We actually, believe it or not, have a whole map, and we had the meeting in here yesterday with the big screen, and we went through each block and where most of the accidents are happening and stuff like that. So there is a plan being formulated with engineers and doing studies and stuff like that. One of the streets that I think was mentioned here before was Franklin, and we're actually planning to put in stop signs, more stop signs coming down Franklin to kind of slow traffic. So to your point, yeah, that has been an ongoing issue, but we are involved. The chief of police is involved with it. Myself, Kenya, and
Community leaders.
yeah, and then we have community leaders. Yes, Reverend Hendricks was here in support of the community. And once we have the whole plan together, then we have a plan to disseminate that information to the public, so everybody knows what's going to be happening. But yes, thank you.
I understand about that, your plan with stop signs. You know my time was up.
It was.
Stop, okay, he cut me off.
No, the bell
Yeah, but
went
he didn't cut
off.
me off.
But the bell went off.
Yeah, but he didn't cut me off, man.
No, we did.
Yes, he did.
No, we
The
did.
stop signs is one thing, but when are the police going to be out there enforcing, slow this traffic down? Stop signs is one thing, but the police department has to be out there with their radar guns, giving people tickets.
So noted, Mr. Calloway, thank you.
It's been noted and nothing is being done. I know what's going to happen. Someone's going to get killed.
His time was up.
Someone's going to
And
get
I
killed.
told them it's time was up.
I had to sit down.
Yeah, but you ready to good time. You talk
Next
long.
we have Ms. Alexander.
Good evening, Mayor and the council.
Alexander.
I'm here to speak on the Joker field.
Max Manning Field.
Yes. Yeah, the Max Manning field. We don't have a field. The first of all, the fences. All right, they took the fence down, but there are hazards. They're sticking out, they're rusted. You can't fix the fence. Can you have somebody take the fences down? Then last night, there was over 100 guys, grown men, playing basketball. They fixed the basketball courts, but the field has mole holes all in it where kids like twist their ankles, and the field needs to have patching, work done on it. But it was over 100 guys there last night, grown men. They had like tournament basketball. I want to know who authorized them to do that. It wasn't like 10 or 12 people. This was over 100 guys out there. They was out there smoking, they smoked. They was cussing, names and stuff like that. It could have been real bad. And this was while the Jokers was having practice. Like,
So you did,
and I made a couple calls. Yeah, I did. I made a couple calls. Like, who authorized this? It wasn't like a random basketball game. This was like tournaments going on out there. And like, to my understanding, you can't do that without the city knowing, especially with that amount of people. Like, what's going on with the Max Manning field? That's my question.
Ms. Alexander, you said the fence. What's the location of the fence? Because I know you
The
did complain
fence,
about one.
yeah, and it was
Talk to,
taken down.
Yes.
But the fence, period, has been there. The fence been there. There's nothing new out there but the basketball courts that they put over it. The fence is old. They got the pieces sticking out, like if you walk past, or little kids running and everything, there's pieces sticking out, like scratching themselves. Kids are just stepping over the fence because they're half bent over.
the fence needs to be taken down or needs to be replaced for somebody gets like a serious cut on it.
Go ahead, Mr.
Yes, did you want to say something? Okay. So, we actually have a grant, it's around 300,000. $340,000, that we've been deploying, to have a lot of those things repaired. I've been out there, I know exactly what fence you're talking about, we already have it identified as a fence is going to be replaced. We're actually redoing some of the holes on the field, if you're talking about the practice side, the practice field.
No, I'm talking about the field that we play our games
Just the
on.
game field,
The game field, yes.
Mr. Nuruddin and his team actually did go out there along with, a person from the Jokers to have that level off. So that should be leveled by now, but look, if there needs to be more work done to it, we'll definitely take a look at it.
Okay,
But
thank you.
there's a bigger plan in place to actually, make that a lot better.
For the
Basketball
kids,
courts was
right?
like low, yeah, for the kids. Now, what happened out there last night, like, literally, it's a public park, and anybody can go out to the park, and
That many people?
we don't control, it.
Can you
Now,
put like a
we-
sign up or something, and like, and it's like, they're kids, they're from 6 to 13, like, anything could happen, they could have bust out shooting or anything like that. These are grown men, it was over 100 of them, and like I said, I made a couple calls, and I wanted to address it.
Yeah.
Just, thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor, did you want to add something?
No, okay, I just know it's a part of the fence, but I don't think I'm doing it. She answered the question.
Okay. May I have a motion to close the public portion?
Motion.
May I have a second? All in favor? Madam Clerk?
First is ordinance number 13, first reading, authorizing amendment to chapter 117 of the city code entitled Central Business District Hours of Operations, Exceptions in the City.
May I have a motion?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Fablelaro,
Yes.
Pomona,
Yes.
Barclay,
Yes.
Oglesby,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Ordinance moved to second reading scheduled for September the 15th. Resolution 155, authorizing the execution of a contract renewing the membership in the Atlantic County Municipal Joint Insurance Fund will be moved towards the end after executive session. Next is Resolution 158, authorizing the shared services agreement between Atlantic County and the city for web design and hosting services.
May I have a motion?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Fablelaro,
Yes.
Pomona,
Yes.
Barclay,
Yes.
Oglesby,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Resolution approved. Resolution 159, authorizing award of contract to South State Incorporated for South Franklin and East Bayview improvement projects in the amount of $2,188,119.95, funded through the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank and New Jersey Department of Transportation, and ordinance number 4 and 5-2025.
May I have a motion?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Fablelaro,
Yes.
Pomona,
Yes.
Barclay,
Yes.
Oglesby,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Resolution. Resolution 160, awarding emergency contract to Perna Finnegan for work performed at Lafayette and Harrison Avenues for collapsed stormwater line.
May I have a motion?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Fablelaro,
Yes.
Pomona,
Yes.
Barclay,
Yes.
Oglesby,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Resolution approved. Resolution 161, awarding a contract for the Bayview Avenue Waterfront Park, actually known as Lakes Bay Unity Waterfront Park, to Pinoni Associates Incorporated in the amount of $22,450 per the notice to proceed dated April 6, 2021.
May I have a motion?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Fablelaro,
Yes.
Pomona,
Yes.
Barclay,
Yes.
Oglesby,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Resolution approved. Resolution 162, awarding the contract to Progressive Fence and Landscaping Innovations LLC for installation of fencing at the Lakes Bay Unity Waterfront Park in the amount of $44,475.
May I have a motion?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Familar,
Yes.
Camona,
Yes.
Barclay,
Yes.
Oglesby,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Resolution approved. Resolution 163, supporting the amendment of a shared services agreement with Atlantic County Improvement Authority for agricultural services, or architectural services, at 121 West Park Avenue.
May I have a motion?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Familar,
Yes.
Pomona,
Yes.
Barclay,
Yes.
Oglesby,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Resolution approved. Resolution 164, providing for budget insertions into the 2025 budget.
May I have a motion?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Familar,
Yes.
Pomona,
Yes.
Barclay, Oglesby,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Resolution approved. Resolution 165, adopting and certifying the updated review of various sections of the personnel policies and procedure manual.
May I have a motion?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Familar,
Yes.
Camona,
Yes.
Barclay,
Yes.
Oglesby,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Resolution approved. Resolution 166, authorizing the personnel transactions in the city for September 25, which is the separation of George Larate and retirement payout for Francisco Correa.
May I have a motion?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Familar,
Yes.
Camona,
Yes.
Barclay,
Yes.
Oglesby,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Resolution approved.
Okay, we go back to, ordinance number 3, Councilman, Carmona.
Can you give an explanation on that?
What is no ordinance number 3?
13.
13.
There is an explanation at the bottom to include the operating. You want to
Yes.
explain?
Somebody speak.
Well, I see that there.
Explain
Yeah.
Okay.
What-
Okay, all right, I know it.
Question.
Okay, all right, this is, the vote is already gone through, but for purposes of clarification.
Yes.
This is to amend the hours of car wash facilities, establishments within the city of Pleasantville, and it's basically coinciding with the noise ordinances. So they'll still be able to operate, I think 7 a.m. until 10 p.m. Instead of it being 11 p.m. And so they're an exception to the business hours, and they're going to comport with the noise ordinance hours. So that's the only thing that has happened here.
Thank you.
Since there were potential complaints and or the potential for noise and or a nuisance, that's the reason why we put it under the noise ordinance timeframe.
Thank you. Next, we have the bill list. May I have a motion?
Motion.
May I have a second, with the correction of, item number 50717?
Familar,
Yes.
Camona,
Yes.
Barclay,
Yes.
Oglesby,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Motion.
Mayor, you have any comments?
Nice, thank you everyone for coming out and, and just, let everyone know that on Leeds Avenue, we do have the tennis courts in. We're starting to try to fix up all the parks with the money that we got for grants. And I'm glad Ms. Alexander brought that to our attention because I thought Park Avenue was one that was well on its way because of the Jokers playing up there and everything. And I wanted to say about our staff. This summer, we had a lot of activities with the park opening up, with the resource days and everything that we did. It was just a very, very active summer. And the employees, all of our employees, really just stepped up to the plate. You know, whether it be public service, whether it be law and public safety, all the guys and girls stepped up to the plate, and it was just, I think it was a good summer. And I just want to let them know that they were appreciated for their efforts. As far as the speeding and everything going through the city, that's been a thing that we've been dealing with forever, ever, and we put the monitor up that doesn't catch them. And I know the police are doing what they can. We have to just try different things. We're getting the 4-way stop signs on Franklin Boulevard, as the business administrator said. That should slow it down on Franklin Boulevard. But it's just throughout the city. And I was telling council president, because one of them happens to be her street, I said, well, you know, you're gonna have the raceway now, and that's one of the streets that we're complaining about. So, I mean, it doesn't make it right, it's just, you can't be everywhere all the time.
And nowhere, anytime.
Thank you all for coming out, have a good evening.
Council? Council?
I'm gonna piggyback off the mayor because, Public Works, the police department, the fire department, everybody has done an excellent job this summer. Because we kept throwing more and more things on them and they just pick it up like nothing. We had a cookout Thursday at Woodland Avenue. I don't know what we do to, but like the weather always holds up. It was absolutely wonderful. So from Thursday, then we had Friday, we had movies in the park for the first time. That was like, I don't think anybody could find anything to say that wasn't wonderful about it. I think we're having another one in another 2 weeks, towards the end of the month. In the park. It's just a nice night that you can take your kids out, throw a blanket down and have an enjoyable evening. And then Saturday, it went from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we had a baseball game. And the rec department played the police department.
And we won.
And we won, because I have photos to show with the trophy. We had the trophies that we won.
We did not win.
Mr. Wallace is so good, he was able to stay out in the outfield on his phone, okay? Well, he didn't catch anything, but he was on there.
I caught a cramp.
I think like we had a bunch of Tylenol episodes and all kinds of stuff, but we did it and we're looking forward to playing them again and really winning the championship.
They don't show mercy.
They don't show
They show no mercy.
They show no mercy.
It was pretty unbelievable.
Councilman Overby, come help us out next time.
My representative played.
Yeah, his niece was excellent.
My representative
It
played.
it was a good time, was had by everybody in the city. It was an excellent 3 nights and it was just so very nice.
That's what I was saying.
We do have. Oh, yes. We want to put it on the record. We want to thank Mr. Jorge for setting up for movie night, and he's down for the second series. Yes. And we have an executive item, resolution 155. So, may I have a motion to go to executive session
For the purposes of contract.
for the purposes of contract?
Motion to go executive session for the purpose of it.
May I have a second? Second. All in favor? Thank you all for coming out tonight. In executive session, we had discussion on, resolution 155. So can I have a motion for resolution 155?
Did we come out of executive session?
Yeah, we did.
Because I didn't hear.
I didn't hear.
I
It was
did.
over, it was on camera, it was, yeah,
Okay.
I did it. Yeah. Who made the motion? Oglesby? And
4
second,
times.
Carmona.
Come on. So noted.
So may I have a motion for resolution 155?
Motion.
May I have a second? Roll call?
Fablelaro,
Yes.
Pomona,
Yes.
Barclay,
Yes.
Oglesby,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Resolution 155, authorizing the execution of a contract with the membership in the Atlantic County Municipal Insurance Fund has been approved.
May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Fablelaro,
Yes.
Barclay,
Yes.
Pomona,
Yes.
Oglesby,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Right.